Why do you think that opposition politics is not what a lot of politicians or political parties understand or seemingly seem to be playing where and when necessary?
Okay, so there are several factors that may be responsible for that, right? And I do not think that this show presents us the opportunity to really, delve into these varied factors.
Okay.
However, I must just quickly add that what is very important to note is that our political evolution is such that it did not allow for political parties to have different ideologies. So if you found that the ideological differences were not so much, palpable in terms of how PDP is thinking and how APC is thinking and how other political parties are thinking, you will find why you see what you see today, because there is no divide between who the APC man is and who the PDP man is. Yesterday, you found that somebody like Rotimi Amechi was a two-time person of a speaker in the State House of Assembly. He became a two-time governor, as a PDP person in Rivers State. One would have expected that because of the very fact that he was a two-time speaker in the legislature and a two-time governor in the executive, he would have been the right definition of the values of PDP. But guess what happened? When the time came, he easily moved away from PDP and he wore the APC gap. So because of the fact that there is no divide, no clear divide, ideological divide between these political parties, you find that they therefore cannot have strong opposition. The second reason is because of money politics. The one who is in charge controls the lever, like I've said. And you know that where your nest is feathered is where you would give loyalty. There is the popular axiom that says, he that pays the piper would always dictate the tune. In Nigerian case, there's nothing that can be more true than, he that pays the piper. The governor understands that because he has got all of the monies. He can whimsically share the money of the state however he wants to share. If you ever understood what is called security vote alone in the Nigerian political system, you will begin to now understand why there cannot be opposition. A man who has such lush, such wonderful fun on a monthly basis can do about anything. He can take your wife away from you. He can get your children to say to you that you are not their father. Because of the fact that the governors have got so much powers, in our country, you therefore would not be able to find any kind of opposition. Because in the first instance, the people are getting into politics not because they want to go and essentially change the course of the lives of the people. No, they are getting into politics because they want it to be their turn to steal. Therefore, anybody who is a governor who understands how to make use of resources, economic resources, will be there and there cannot be opposition against him. If there are oppositions, he cannot use might to quash, he will use the economic power to quash. And this is two reasons, among the several reasons why you cannot have opposition, real opposition in Nigerian political system.
Okay, looking at the economic impoverishment, for instance, which is at the back or at the deck of what you have described as the reason why we lack opposition in Nigerian political system, and then bring that back to Imo State PDP or PDP nationally saying that they are going to win Imo State, when we know that we cannot readily say this is the role they have played to ensure that Uzodinma provides quality governance to the people. We cannot readily say this is what they have done as an opposition party to ensure that some level of development was attracted to their state, to Imo State. But somehow they have this confidence that because they are PDP, they can win in Imo State. Put all of this side by side, and then you ask yourself, between the APC and the PDP, which you said they are basically the same.
Same. 6.5 dozen. There's nothing essentially different between the APC and the PDP. Anybody who comes to canvass, an alternative argument, I would say that the person does not even understand Nigerian political system. There is essentially nothing that is different. Tomorrow you will just hear that even Wike, who has been the champion of PDP, has moved to APC because there is nothing that that is dividing them? What can you say?
Is Wike still the champion of PDP?
Yes, he was always the champion of PDP. He was the one-man firefighting squad, that ensured that PDP did not die. He always spoke so highly about PDP. Once upon a time, he said that PDP has malaria and APC has cancer, But today, the body language is beginning to change. The music that is coming from, his camp is one that is no longer, a zonto kind of music. It's one that is the music that is now, very, very cool to dance to. It's sounding more like blues. The truth of the matter is that because they have not presented alternative, in any case, they do not have alternative. What they are all interested in is to grab power at all means. Otherwise, you would have seen, like you see in America, that when the Democrats are in power, they are advancing certain ideological, proposals. When the Republicans are in power, they are advancing certain ideological proposals. They are interested in getting conservatives. They are interested in getting those who are liberal, depending on what political party is there. They are discussing about abortion and all that. They are discussing about gun rights. If you talked about gun rights, you understood the position of Republicans as against the Democrats. If you talked about abortion, you understood that. But in Nigeria, call a PDP politician and APC politician and ask them, with issues regarding free education, where do you stand?
Okay.
With issues regarding this, where do you stand? You find that there is nothing that is ideologically different between them. They are not different. 6 and half a dozen, essentially.